I quit my full-time job at ABC recently, like around Thanksgiving.
There it is. I think we got an exclusive first time that it's been on
Yes.
us.
Okay.
I mean, I already announced it on
Did you do it by
Instagram.
text message?
Yeah. It's like,
Just
sorry,
asking.
bye.
Just asking.
Yeah, right. No, I literally though I feel like no, I did it over Zoom though. Not much better.
Well, I'm like, yeah, well.
It's funny. Side note, I was like, wow, I finally got out of a toxic relationship. I'm good. I have a good job. I got a good boyfriend. This is amazing. And then my job was like not fulfilling me, and I'm like, dang it, I quit.
Isn't that
Oh my
funny
gosh,
how you
shoot.
evolve though? Because it's like, all right, so you have the boyfriend, you have the job, but then you run the risk of, okay, because some will say you should have a job before you quit this job.
No.
Okay, you know, because that's always like the smart thing to do.
Yeah, of course.
Because you're kind of going, balls to the wall, all out with just quitting and
YOLO.
Yeah.
exactly. So you're kind of out in the
You can
wilderness.
go work at Dom's.
Yeah, I know. He's like, I will never have you work at my family's place because he doesn't want me to see the other side of the family.
I had to think of it logically, I guess, in my own experience. And I said, well, Dana, what job will be happy with you traveling all the time?
I'll make one.
You know, and I said, to be working for another company, I don't see any, really, maybe if you work for the Travel Channel, of course, but if you're working for like a network, unless they hire you specifically to be that,
Yeah.
it's very hard to continue doing what you're doing while holding down a job like that.
Yeah, but my thing was like I never really took off. Especially nowadays we could work remotely. Everything I was doing was.
Don't talk to Michelle about remotely.
Oh, girl, trust me, I feel
Since
you.
the Titanic sank.
I was talking to someone that a side note, I also I work at a restaurant. I always have for the last 13 years, just like on and off throughout my journey in radio. And then I also, when I gave my 2 weeks to work, I wound up going to a cafe just to check it out. It was brand new. And I wound up starting to work there. They're like, oh, actually, we need someone. I was like, well, I always wanted to be a barista.
Yeah.
So I'm calling it funemployed right now.
Yeah.
Because I'm not unemployed. I'm doing things, I have little gigs and freelance and this and that all over the place. But everything that I do must be fun to me. Yeah. And that might sound like, oh, Dana, you're living in a delusional world. And maybe I am, but I always have. Look at what I'm wearing right now.
You know what I think? I think if you were to have said what you just said 10, 15 years ago.
Oh, forget about it.
I would have been like, nah, you're delusional. Like you need to grow up. But now in
People
today's
are
world,
creating their own. Yeah.
in today's world with AI taking over lots of jobs, especially in our industry. It's like, why not make your soul happy? Why not treat yourself to a job that makes you happy? Because if you do you and you do you really well, you, like Michelle said, you can maybe create something around that and actually make some money off of that, and it could be something that's completely outside of radio.
Yeah.
A guy quit ABC too, and he's TikTok famous because he does these crazy dances, and that was it. And I'm like, it's everywhere.
And TikTok's funny because it's like, at what point, like how if you do TikTok, they almost cancel the app.
They did for 20 hours.
I know that was pretty scary, especially for those who actually make a life, their money,
Yes.
their bread
I
and
made
butter.
$8 off of TikTok. It's possible.
Yeah.
You can people are just gonna throw
I have
you
friends
money.
that make regular money. It's not a lot of
Yeah.
money, but it's regular money, and they were devastated.
You're working at the cafe still, right?
Yeah,
You're working at the cafe.
do the
which-
restaurant.
You do the restaurant.
Yeah,
And
that's about it.
that allows you to also travel and do what you love to do.
Yeah, so going back off of that really quick, it was just I never traveled like crazy. I'm glad that I had the appearance that I was a world traveler, and I love that people call me that when I go to conferences and stuff. But I'm first of all, Instagram is a lie. So anytime I post that I'm in LA, sometimes that was a picture from 6 months ago, literally.
Yeah, all the time.
People are oh my God, I saw someone in December this past year. Wow, you've been traveling so much. I'm like, girl, the last time I traveled was in August. That was literally it. The last 6 months, I haven't done anything. You know what I mean? So whatever. I never went where it would compromise what I was doing for my day to day ever. But what I'm doing now is just, I am traveling. This was my first trip of the year, which was good. I got like seasick on the plane, which was absolutely terrible. Oh my God, because I'm not used to it anymore. But I'm doing the, cafe every so often, the restaurant every weekend, and I absolutely love it. I love talking to people, and it's always been a problem with me at the restaurant to talking to the tables way too much. So I have like the previous owner, because he just sold it to the new owners, and they're great. He would like have the pizza shovel thingy for the brick oven pizza thing. He'd slam it on the table, and I'd hear it, and he'd be like, "Dana, stop talking, do work." And I'm like, okay.
Did he go like this, Dana?
Yeah.
Hey,
Dana, please, I'm scared. So I mean, I still do that, and I love it. But I make my cheesecakes for dessert there. Like we sell that too.
Ooh,
So
nice.
because
Dana's Desserts. You've been doing that for a while,
Dana'sDesserts.com or Dana's Desserts on Instagram.
And how's that taking off?
It's honestly, since I quit, it's been popping.